Hey, welcome to Crystal's Daily Dose of Joy. Welcome family, friends, and followers. If you're new, then hello, welcome. If you're returning, then welcome, and welcome back. So first things first, I told you I was going to start saying that. It literally works. It's just cute and fun. If you are new here, then welcome. If you're returning, then welcome. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share us out if you can. If you can't, that is completely fine, but it does help the channel. There's also ways you can join the channel. We have memberships, super thanks, and gifts. Since our channel is monetized, and we're trying to build up to the 4,000 watch hours. So yes, there are monthly subscriptions. With our memberships, there's one for $1.99, there's one for $2.99, there's one for $4.99. Every one of those come with perks. The rest of the perks you will see if you click the down arrow and look in the description box. You will see the perks for those. But the main two right now are early access to videos, all videos I upload, and shout outs, whether you do videos or you don't do videos. And we are on a set schedule now. We've only been doing it, this is the first week of it. And so this video today is going to be our midweek chat and coffee. And we're going to be doing a Lent read. And then I'm just going to kind of give y'all a couple updates about things in life. And I could do this in a live. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to do these videos in lives. Today's is just going to be in a regular video until we know if that's something y'all would like me to do in a live stream. Or you'd just rather me bring it in a regular video. So I'm having coffee. I just drank the basic Folger coffee. Peppermint mocha. I love this cup. I got it from Dollar Tree. This is my happy place. Actually, my second cup because I always call my mom and check on her. And yeah, I get up and kind of get awake. And yes. So we're doing a Lent read with our church. And these are really good. Y'all know we're coming up on Easter. And I feel like bringing the Lord's Word and sharing Him and just bringing that to the platform is just as important as any other video. So I want to make sure those are definitely included, whether we're just having a conversation or I'm sharing readings with y'all. Today is I want to say the smartwatch. Is it dead? Watch it be dead. Are you dead? I think it's the night. Yeah, it's the night. That's stuck on my laptop. I got to charge it. It's dead. It shouldn't be dead though, but it is. I don't even let me do nothing. That's okay. I sleep in it so I can see how my sleep's going. One thing I will say before we get started is Jade, our fur baby. She's a border collie mix. She's indoors, outdoors. She does stay out at night and come in some during the day. We're trying to just get her trained. She, for the first year of her life, was in a bigger, like maybe a 2 or 3 foot kennel. So when we got her, just trying to break her in and kind of get her trained because it just became too much. We are looking at different options for her, but we're trying to work with her. She's in a real pretty spot, which is really weird. There's a rose bush back in the back by my son's bedroom that grows really good back there, and I can't get the plants to grow up here, laugh out loud. But she stays back there. The grass is really green and pretty and soft. She's got a little bed, and then yes, we take her with us and make sure she's getting out, getting her exercise. We bring her in, so we're kind of doing an indoor-outdoor thing, and so she's doing a lot of the kind of where she is getting used to things, which even when she's not back in the back, she does the barking. So we're trying to kind of break that because sometimes, you know, whether it's early morning, at night, during the day, you know, she'll wake you up or you'll be in the middle of something. She's a sweetheart. And thank you, Warshy and Coffee, for mentioning me. I appreciate you watching and supporting the channel. The fur babies, they're something else. We got 3. I got a little Chihuahua, Pluto. I've had him for about 6-7 years. Then we got the little kitten. He was an adopted kitty from Petco. Mushroom, that was his name. We just kept his name as what it was on the adoption paper. And he's something else. He's such a lover. And then Jade. And then we've always loved having fur babies. Pluto, you know, is an indoor dog. He stays right with me. He's getting a little bit older. Jade, because of her breed and she's a bigger dog, she's kind of indoor, outdoor. And the kitten, he's indoors. So yeah, if you're ever curious. And I do share them in videos a good bit. But let's do our read. So we're looking at April 9th, Philippians chapter 3, verses 8 to 11. And that's in the New Testament, Philippians is. But even beyond that, I consider everything a loss in comparison with the superior value of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. I have lost everything for him, but what I lost I think of as a sewer trash, so that I might gain Christ and be found in him. In Christ I have righteousness that is not my own and does not come from the law, but rather from the faithfulness of Christ. It is the righteousness of God that is based on faith. The righteousness that I have comes from knowing Christ, the power of his resurrection, and the participation in his suffering. It includes being conformed to his death, so that I may perhaps reach the goal of the resurrection of the dead. And this is talking a little bit, part of the story. It's got Paul in here, or it might be the whole story. I'm still learning, so 2 things to know about me. 1, my reading is probably better than my math, but I'm still not fully where I need to be. Just the comprehension part, working on that. And yeah, I went and did my high school diploma. Graduated in June. So 4.5 years it took me working for that. I was 40 and I'll be 44 this year. Or actually, I was 39 turning 40. So like a couple months before my 40th birthday. I'm so thankful for that process. I was in a special ed class, and that's just a long story. And I had really, really great teachers and stuff, but I didn't get to take a lot of regular classes. And when I did, I did not get the actual credits. You have to earn credits for the classes and stuff like that, and somehow they calculate everything together, and I was getting what they told me based off my transcripts. When we got them, I was getting partial credits, so I had to earn. For high school diploma here, it was 5 credits for each class I did. There was a lot of classes I had to take. I had to have like 100, I think that I want to say 360 in total is what I needed, but I can't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and look at my transcripts. Paul holds nothing back. Early, he calls those saying that Gentiles needed to be circumcised to be saved dogs and evil workers. Paul proclaims that his identity is dug and renounces his reliance upon external adherence to the law, believing that salvation comes through doing it right, or being good and holy. Those then and now who believe that their own goodness, where they are from, their mortality or mortal they are, have missed the point. They don't get it. Desiring to experience the love of God revealed in Jesus transforms nothing in life or death is as important. Even in suffering for the sake of the gospel, Paul is steadfast. His reliance upon the power of the resurrection allows him to be solitary with Jesus in life and death. And it says, confess your reliance upon anything other than the resurrection. So what I get from this reading, I always kind of tell you what I get from this reading. For one, it's talking about, our works. Like we used to live by the law. We don't live by the law. It's our faith. You believing in Jesus. You understanding what he did for you. That he died for you. He took everything that a lot of us, most of us couldn't have took. And he rose from the cross after 3 days and resurrected and ascended, went to be with his Father. And understanding that and accepting that into your heart and believing in Jesus, that's faith. And in walking in truth, and love. It's not about how good we are, how bad we are. Sometimes we get that mixed up. The reliance, that's one I have to kind of look into more, do my study on. But my idea of that is understanding kind of life and death and what Jesus did for me, So these are really good readings. It gives you questions at the bottom. It gives you the scripture here. And if I don't understand what a specific word means, or I don't always get it, there's a Bible study I use some that my son's youth group leader gave me that's called SOAP. One scripture. O means asseveration. A means application. and I think P means prayer. Or I just go in, and I did this when I was in school, and I do this with a lot of other things. I go and I Google the word, and I get the definition for the word, and then I go and put that word in different sentences to see kind of the meaning and understanding of it. That way I can make out or kind of get more of an idea of what I'm reading. So I'm not going to do that with y'all. I will do that when I go back in. But that's kind of how I break things down, because there are so many parts of the Bible that is meant to be understood. There's so many parts that I don't feel are meant to be understood. And y'all, I guess the short and sweet as I could tell y'all, I really, really love my life. I'm thankful. I went through a lot of stuff. Mine was part of my testimony, was my mouth, my words just got me in trouble, and I made some bad choices along with my actions and my behavior and my mouth. And that's the first thing we really have to put a rein on. That's something God's still working on me with. Is be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. That comes from the good book of James, chapter 1, verses 19. So I'm not here to preach to anybody, or some people call it Bible thumping or whatever. I'm just here to share the word, because this is part of my channel too. Everything I have, everything I do, everything I know and been through, is with him. He is my way maker. My way maker. He's everything in my life. And I just pray that if y'all need that, anybody else needs that you reach out to him. If you don't know who he is and you don't understand, then, find somebody that can help you with that. Talk to someone. You can't do nothing in this world without Jesus. He is the only way. And just understanding that, accepting that, you have to fully let go of everything else and accept him into your heart. Ask him to come into your heart and be your savior, and stand in it. Stand firm in that. And that's such an important, beautiful, there's not enough words to say how beautiful of a gift that is. It's no one's place to judge what walk and how, but to be praying is always a good thing. We can always pray for people. You can always have a good attitude, I believe, pray, and you can always keep pushing forward. And if there's situations in life, whether it's health, circumstances where you can't push us forward, that's not as easy for you, when you know who he is, you know that he's going to make a way, because that's the kind of God we serve. So yes, midweek chat, coffee and update. A couple updates. I'm just going to keep them just basic from how the weeks went. The week's been pretty good. The weather is warming up here in California. We had a lot of rain. We typically don't see rain. The last 2 years we've been seeing a lot more rain, and that's good. We really need it. We live in an older single-wide trailer, and they're getting ready to do the roof. That's something that definitely needs to be done. Hopefully they're going to get that done sometime between the spring and the summertime. We had some stuff done to our bedroom downstairs. And there's a lot of other things, but it is a rental. I don't go into financial stuff or talk about a lot of numbers here on the platform. But we do what we can here. Most of you know my husband does electrical work. I don't work right now. And I'm not planning on going back anytime soon. But that's another reason why, if you're not joining and supporting the channel, consider this is income for me, as well as it is a hobby, which I haven't started seeing anything yet, but I am still working my way through that $100 threshold. But yeah, so the weather's good. Nice day. It's kind of chilly outside, but the sun's out. It's shining. You can kind of see my landlord's got a tree service over there. There's nothing on for that car. I don't have to worry about it. It's on the backside. I don't show people's personal information here on the platform neither. But my landlord has helpers that come. He's got like 3 guys that come, and they work, and they got a tree service literally, see that fence right there? So they're directly behind us. And yeah, they come and work during the week. He cuts trees for a living, so yeah. And he's really, really well known around Atwater. Everybody talk about, oh yeah, I know him, I went to school with him. Or he was like, for his time, pro wrestler back in the day, and he was pretty much undefeated, pitcher and all that good stuff. And I think in the school he went to. So really, really good guy. Always motivated, always determined. But anywho, yeah, that's one thing. The weather is definitely, it's warming up. Yeah, and the week has been really interesting. It's hard to believe it's already Wednesday. Mason does youth group on Tuesday night with the church between 6 and 7:30. And so we went down and we picked up a few more things from the store. Didn't bring y'all a grocery haul because I had already brought y'all the videos and it wasn't really a lot. And I want to kind of keep the schedule and just see how it goes, and it helps the channel, helps us be monetized, stuff like that first. Because if this doesn't work, I won't go keep it set, but I'll still do videos. It just won't be on a set schedule. I do and bring the videos y'all ask. And then last night, one of our plugs, I mean, my husband's changed out quite a few plugs in this trailer, but one of the plugs over by the front door, and we got 2 refrigerators. Short and sweet of that story is one of our refrigerators worked, but the refrigerator part, it would work, but it wasn't keeping things nice and cold. It would just be kind of lukewarm, and the freezer worked great. So we ended up bringing in a second refrigerator. We were like, started to take out that one. We got the other one, and we're like, well, why don't we take that one out? Why don't we still use it? The freezer works great. And we can store extra food, extra meats, stuff like that. We can still use it. We always, when we do our grocery shopping, sometimes we go ahead and pick up an extra case of water, drinks, whatever it is. And so it just made sense to hold on to it. And so that's what we did. But yesterday, I don't know if it was the refrigerator or I don't know if it was one of the plugs. My husband's going to troubleshoot it a little bit later, and him being an electrician, if that's what it is, he'll switch it out. But it kind of shut down Mason's light, and it shut down the refrigerator, and then it shut down the little hall light. Not a big deal, or the light by the front door, not the hallway, the entryway. And we put a lamp in Mason's room. We run an extension cord. My mom's taught me, because I guess on my mom's side of the family, no one likes cords being shown. If you use we use a lot of cords for everything. So there's a way you can hide them and kind of tuck them and make it still look nice and neat. So we got a extension cord right now in there. But within the next day or two, my husband's going to look at it and see. It might take a couple of days, couple of months, just depending on how much of that and what it is going on. I can't even explain that when I go into details with y'all. My husband can get in there, troubleshoot it, know exactly what to do. How long did it take, costs, and all that. But for now, we're good. Refrigerator is working because the extension cord's hooked to it. And in Mason's room, he's just got a small lamp in there. And I probably should just be using that more than his light switch, because Mason's really not in his room a lot during the day. I mean, he does go in there, sleeps in there, but he stays with us. He likes to be where we're at. And a lot of his stuff we keep in little nicely, neatly kind of tucked away. One's under the glass table there in the living room. His switch, different things stay in the living room area. And he's never been into toys. I mean, he likes them, but that's just not his cup of tea. When we do breaks, we actually do break from devices. He comes out and he rides the bike, or he's got a swing in the side yard. We're reading the One and Only Ivan series, and it's got 4 different books. Such a cute little story, because we're working on Mason's comprehension. Now, Mason is special needs. He's mild autistic, and he's in a special day class. So his comprehension, he reads very, very fluent. He reads way more fluent than I do. But he has a hard time breaking out the information from what he's reading a lot of times. And I struggle with that a little bit too. But anywho, things are good. You know, things are really, really good. Y'all keep my mom and stepdad in prayers. I'm not going to go into detail and put their business here on the platform. But just keep them in prayers. And yeah, everything is going really, really good. We were actually so excited. We've had so many little blessings, like me getting that little blooming little plant, which I'll show you here in a minute. I'll take you out there and show you before I end the video. I've tried for so many years. I've never had a green thumb. I don't know if this is soil. I don't know if I water too much. I don't water enough. I don't know if it is because we get really, really hot temperatures. We get up to 100 degrees and above that when we get into like full summer time here. And so I don't know, and I keep telling God, please let this one little bloom do good. Please let me get a bloom. And plus, because it's so weird that in the side yard, I don't know who planted it. There's not even a porch. There's like steps by the back door. This is like the back door, but there's another door on this trailer over by my son's room, and there's a real pretty rose bush, and that sucker grows, it blooms, it always looks good. I don't water that or nothing, and I'm like, I can't even get one bloom in the front, and this one just does. It's rocking, you know. And that's kind of where we keep Jade, because it's real green back there. It's real pretty. And, you know, we get her off. She'll get off for a couple hours, and she loves to play ball. The cutest thing about her, she loves to play ball. Her concept to fetch is, when you throw the ball and I go get it, I'll play, but I'm not going to bring the ball back to you. You want the ball, you're going to come and get the ball, and then you're going to throw it back to me. So I'm trying to teach her, like, when we throw the ball to you, you bring it back to us, and then we can throw it again. But she's still kind of figuring that one out. She's you know, she's probably at least 50 pounds now, y'all. She was 45 when she went in to see the vet. So she's probably at least 50 pounds. And they told us she might get up to be anywhere from like a 70, 80 pound dog. So she definitely, her strength and her energy level was high, which is a good thing. But you have to make sure she's getting exercise. You have to make sure she's getting playtime, and she's not tearing things up. She doesn't mean to. It's just her personality, chew, play, bark. And me living in a small little trailer, you know, this is a work in progress. We actually have a lake here. One of the lakes, they don't allow dogs, but there's one spot that me and my husband's thinking about going this summertime when it gets a little bit more warmer. And we're actually going to take her down there. And I think she's going to love the water. I haven't tried her, but I think she's going to, she strikes me as a type she might enjoy swimming. A lot of dogs do. And one time, you know, she was acting real interested. I was out in the yard doing something. We only have one hose hookup, and we don't use it a lot. We don't have one here in the front yard. And so she acted like she kind of liked that. So that kind of makes me think she really will like the water and swimming. But over there, they just pulled up. It's hard to see them. There's a little Jeep there. My landlord and one of the helpers. So, but yeah, she really tends to like it. So I think she would really love the water and love swimming. And that would be great, you know, because that's the one thing we do. We don't do a lot during the summer thing. That's the one thing my boys like to do. I sit there and kind of look stupid and watch them, because I'm not a big water person, but they're like fishes. They love to get in the water and swim, and I'm just a complete opposite. But I think Jade would actually absolutely love it. So yes, other updates is just, you know, yes, a lot of you have asked about my dad. I don't put my dad's information here on the platform. Please just be praying. He does have an appointment coming up for stuff we won't go into, like I say, here on the platform, and that's on the 16th. He has a really, I'm amazed. And it's not that I didn't think my dad would. It's just like, I hope I had that kind of attitude and mindset. My dad has a really good mindset and attitude. And it is concerning his health, why he's going through this, and just so positive. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that, because sometimes we don't. We panic and we freak. And y'all, I'm trying to ask God, like, please take that for me. I'm bad at anything. I can get a little bump and I'm like, oh my goodness. I overthink it. I analyze it. I get myself in a complete anxiety spot over it. Not necessary, just me. But yeah. So we are drinking our coffee and midweek coffee chat and updates. So the last one I'll give y'all, because I do gotta kind of get back inside. It's a little chilly. I don't feel like it would be cold, but it is a little chilly. I got some stuff in there to do. Is the next videos will come. Tomorrow's will be a vlog. Vlogs will always be a little bit of everything. Some of them might look the same, and some of them might be a little different. It just depends on what the day holds and what we got going on. And I'm going to try to use the video editor. If that don't work, I'm just going to give you one straight video. But I'll try to bring multiple parts of that day with the video editor and kind of merge it together. So the way that would work, I'll start off in the morning getting little clips, whether it's like the cat being silly and playing, or if like we're going somewhere, and I will merge them together using a video editor. And that's just going to be a vlog. Vlogs are on Thursday. Fridays will be a declutter and reorganize. We're focusing on just the one drawer, not all three drawers in the kitchen. The one drawer, the silverware drawer. This got so much stuff in there. Just, I don't even know how it got so cluttered, and it don't make sense to me. I mean, I know we did it, but I'm trying to wrap my brain about how so quick. So that's the one I want to do. I try to have focus points with my cleaning here lately, because that just keeps me on top of stuff. Whether it be like the cleaning video was a hall bathroom. You know, I've had a cough. My husband got sick for a minute, but there had been some kind of cough going around. They said some kind of stomach bug. They're calling it stomach flu. Y'all know about a month ago I got throwing up, and I was also pooping. Like, I was going to the bathroom, and that lasted for probably about 2 days, and then I cleared up and did good after that, but my body was super, super weak. It took me probably about a week to get my strength back, because I really wasn't eating anything. My sister said, Crystal, don't force it. Just do water. If you need more than water, because she knows I don't drink water the best, the Gatorade. Don't force it. And I was so weak, because I'm the type I snack on and off throughout the day, and I was so weak, you know. But once I got my strength back, I was good, you know. So yeah, that, and then Saturdays will be a family fun day. Like I said before, family fun days, we do some things. We don't do a lot. We just can't afford it. That's something that we do try to do things around here more at home than we do try to go out and spend money. So I hope everybody that follows the channel is kind of understandable of that. I mean, you will see things where we do go out and we do go places, but we don't do that all the time. I mean, we are trying to financially right now get our stuff sorted out. We're also at the same time just trying to learn to put back a little bit of money, you know, because my husband, some of you ask, and I don't know if he'd mind me telling, I'm going to tell it. He won't care, I'm joking. My husband will be 59 this year, and I will be 44, so he does electrical. He just don't work as much as he used to. He still works, and work has slowed down a lot. Work picks up some weeks doing electrical, and then some weeks it slows down. And so the short and sweet is like we always make it through. We always have plenty of food. We always get through on our finances, whatever we got to pay. But we don't try to do all the extras. At tax time, we did splurge a little bit, do a little bit. He got a good bit back, and we're grateful for that. But that's one reason too. Some of you had asked, and the short and sweet of the why do I not want to go back to work, or what's the deal with the work and school, what my plan was. I am looking into things. I'm just not trying to go to a job that I go in, clock in and out of. Right now, I'm looking into some cleaning, which is still work. It'll be different, you know. And some of my stuff I'm decluttering. That's not work, but it's still stuff I'm getting rid of. And instead of taking down, donating, I'm selling. And in my YouTube channel, this is a hobby, but this is a monetized channel now, and I've really worked hard. Most of you that's been with me for a long time know I've worked really hard. I put in a lot of effort and energy, you know, and I've always said I'd be a YouTuber even if I didn't get monetized. But y'all know deep down my goal was to see this channel do good and get monetized. I definitely felt like it took me longer than most people, but you know, it's doing good. It took me the last 5-6 months just through being monetized, getting through the verifications, building the threshold amount, getting better with the editing, you know, and just getting things set up. And so, yes, that's going to be it, y'all. Let me know if you like these videos, though. Really let me know in the comment section if you prefer me to do these in live streams or if you like me doing them like this. It's going to be just in the video this time because I don't know. And then we may do these type of videos in a live stream. But I hope y'all have a blessed day, blessed week. I have to remind myself of this, so please understand whatever I share with y'all. If I say something I do, I try to give myself own advice too. Be kind, be loving. Everything is just changing fast. We do live in a busy world. Most of us are busy bees, even if you're not working a job, even if you do work a full-time job. I mean, it's always stuff moving and going on around you a lot of times too. And it's easy, whether you're in a hurry or you're just not feeling good or something didn't go right, to easily get kind of agitated and frustrated and not be kind. And y'all know, you know, this is one thing I don't always do the best with. Everybody's like, oh, you're so humble and kind, but I'm homeless. And I told God I need to really, really try to break from that. I'm not going to get it perfect, but I definitely want to do better, because life is too short. You get one life. Think about that. You get one life. And, when you're done, you're done. I'm going home to be with the Lord, And I want to know that, I can see all my fur babies and the loved ones, and our energy should be set in a mindset. I feel like where my dad's at, he's walking through something, but he's keeping his mind on the good attitude. And then as long as he stays in that mind spot, that's just great, because that's really what it is about. Jesus, there were so many different things he went through, and wow, and we go through as people, but Jesus never did react in an ugly way, never was unkind. He was always in love, and that is the way we're supposed to be. So yes, y'all, Lent's coming up. I don't know whether it's church or the way you share your religion. Make sure you spend time with the Lord. Let him know you love him. He risen. Easter's on the 20th of this year, April. And yeah, I think they go down. Our church goes down to the high school, and all the churches come together. And before the sun comes up, they watch and they kind of praise and do different things. And yeah, definitely give God some of your time too. So like and subscribe. Do consider joining the channel. All the information will be in the description box below. I love y'all. Till next time. Bye-bye.